Again, good morning, everyone. I'm Angela Arnante. I'm the Program Officer of the Technology for Property Rights Project of the Foundation for Economic Freedom. We're doing this webinar with the support of the Asia Foundation. So for today's session, we've invited two speakers again. These speakers have been using drones in their work for the past few years. So last week, our speakers, Engineer Clemeno and Engineer Anos, shared with us their stories and experiences on the realities of using drones on the ground. Engineer Clemeno gave tips on how to conduct a successful drone mapping and survey, while Engineer Anos showed the use of drone outputs for insurance claims, infrastructure monitoring, survey in informal settlement areas, tax mapping, among others. And for today's webinar, we want to feature again two people who are using drones in their work. Our speakers for today will share how they've used drones in their own field of work, and both of them use drones to uncover details on land area development and even building structures, which both of those activities used to be in some of those areas in their work used to be inaccessible without drones. But thanks to drones, such details can now be seen with a clearer and real-time picture. Our speakers are leaping towards precision regarding data gathering on the ground. Without further ado, I would like to call on Engineer Rielin de Alca, the Director for Projects and Administration at FEF, to introduce our speakers for today.
Good morning, everyone. So I'll be introducing our two speakers. The first one is Engineer Allan Florin. He is a multi-licensed professional. Let's count. He is 1, a materials engineer, 2, real estate broker, 3, master plumber, 4, civil engineer, and 5, geodetic engineer. So anyone here with more? He topped the geodetic engineering board in February 2000. He is also active in his professional association and served as president of the Geodetic Engineers of the Philippines, Region 5 chapter from 2017 to 2019. Currently, he is the proprietor of AF Florin Design and Construction in Naga City. His office has undertaken several surveying, construction, and other land development projects for more than two decades. Since 2017, he has employed drones in his projects and has undertaken several drone training activities. He will be sharing with us how he used the drone technology to aid his projects. We will hear from Engineer Florin in a bit. So our second speaker is Mr. Loubert from Cebu City. He has extensive work experience in project management focused on service and process improvement. He also organized and handled several orientation programs and trainings in enhancing the partnership between DENR and provincial municipal LGUs, specifically in public land titling in the Visayas and Mindanao region. He was involved in several projects with the OSAID, USAID, the Foundation for Economic Freedom, and the Asia Foundation. On top of this, he was also part of the mayor's management team of Cebu City since 2005. Currently, he is with the Asia Foundation assisting the implementation of drone activities of the technology for property rights projects. So he's also one of the members of our team. Finally, he worked with various individuals and organizations in some drone pilot projects in his hometown. We will get to know how they use drones as an initiative to improve processes in an office in Cebu City LGU. So back to you, Angela.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rhea. So, eto na, gaano na natin. Let's start. Engineer Florin, the spotlight is yours. You may now share your PowerPoint presentation.
Okay, let's start. Thank you for the organizers Ms. Rhea for the introduction. Good morning to our participants. My topic is the use of drone in my professional practice. These are some of my projects na ginamitan ko ng drone. Number 1 ay commercial land development project located at Lopez, Quezon. Number 2, residential land development project located at Naga City. Number 3, commercial residential land development project located at Amadeo, Cavite. And number 4, a ordinary topographic survey located at Tinambak, Camarines Sur. I am Engineer Allan Florin, owner of AF Florin Design and Construction. Started 1996. I am a licensed civil engineer, 1993. Graduated BSCE at the University of Nueva Cáceres, 1992. Accredited Materials Engineer 1, accredited Safety Engineer. Licensed Master Plumber, 1998. Licensed Geodetic Engineer, year 2000. Graduate of BSGE, Naga College Foundation, 1999. I am also a licensed real estate broker, 2009. As an engineer, a member of AFEO, 2015. I became project engineer of Aggregate Construction and Development Corporation with office at Capitolio, Pasig City, 1993 to 1996. Also, I'm a land development project engineer of ACM Group of Companies, Paseo de Rojas, Makati City, 1996 to 1997. Involved in projects in Imus, Cavite and General Trias, Cavite. I became also a college instructor at Naga College Foundation, Naga City, 2000 to 2004. The first project, commercial land development project located at Lopez, Quezon. Planning and design, reconnaissance, topographic survey, scheme, final land development plans, then the engineering plans. Ito yung result ng drone survey na ginawa ko. This is a 3D view, a top view of the location. Then, pag ni-rotate yung 3D view, the right side view of the location, in the left side view, naka 3D siya. Then this is the DEM now with contour lines and the labels. Then ito yung napili ng owner na scheme. Okay. Then sinuperimpose ko siya dito sa orthophoto. Ito. And pwede mo na makita kung saan tatama yung mga building na ginawa mo. Kung ginawa mo ng plano. Yung building ang napili ng owner is hotel. Hotel yung gagawin namin dito. Itong area to hotel. Then, meron din siyang commercial units. Ito, for restaurants. Then, this one, for convenience store. And we have here also, in this area, sabi ko, good for drugstore. Yan. Then, naka-reflect din yung contour lines para makita kung alin yung ano. Ito yung mataas na lugar. This portion. This one. Then, ito yung plan and profile na ginawa. The main road of the hotel. Then, ito yung perspective view ng architect. Yan. Then, the second project, the residential land development project sa Naga City. survey works, reconnaissance, topographic survey, relocation survey, subdivision survey, paggawa ng scheme and approval to the Bureau of Lands. Then preparation also of engineering plans for bulk application and land development permit. Then this is the orthophoto, the orthomosaic with contour lines, then labels of the contours. Then the dense cloud in 3D view. Please take note, yung contour lines, pati yung mga trees natin dito may contour lines eh. Mamaya explain ko kung ano dyan. Then ito yung markers natin na nilagay, the GCPs. Then the sparse cloud. And ito yung projection na ginawa ko para sa relocation survey. Yan. Ito yung GCP natin. And may BLM number 4 to dito. Nakakabit din dyan. Yan. Kita mo na yung boundary kung saan tatama. Actually, pag pumunta ka sa site, alam mo na kung saan nasan yung boundaries niya. Because of this orthophoto aid. Then yung engineering plans, site development plan, topographic map, the plan and profile, the road sections, the volume computation, cut and fill of the different roads, then the summary below. Okay, the third project, land development project, located at Amadeo, Cavite. Survey works, reconnaissance, topographic survey, relocation survey, subdivision survey, then the road design, plan and profile, including the drainage system. This is the orthophoto, orthomosaic. Then the 3D model, top view, with contour lines and labels. This is the classified contour lines and the subdivision scheme. Makikita natin dyan yung different plots. Sila divide yung lote in the roads. Then this is the profile ginawa sa Civil 3D. And the road corridor na binalo sa Civil 3D, ginawa sa Civil 3D. Okay, the fourth project, the topographic survey, located at Tinambak, Camarines Sur. Makikita natin dito yung topo by drone. Ito yung nagawa na topo. Ginamitan ng drone. This is the topo also na from RTK data. Take note yung coverage area ng sa drone mas malaki ang naging coverage sa drone compared dito sa RTK kasi kung ano yung nalakad mo, yun lang yung makukuha ng data, then yung area yun lang ang magagawa niya ng topo. Actually, yung owner, ito lang naman talagang pinapatopo niya, itong area to. Pero as a designer, for me, kailangan siguro pati yung mga adjoining lots, kailangan mo ng data. And take note din, itong area to, very steep itong area to kaya hindi na kayang lakarin ng tao. Then dito, nakunan siya ng data through drone. Also this area, ito river to sa baba. Makikita rin natin dito na very steep talaga siya kasi dikit-dikit yung contour lines. Yan. Kinompare ko yung result nung sa drone, yung topo ng drone saka nung RTK. Kinulang ko ng spot elevation dito kita ito 50 meters ang elevation. And here, 39 meters ang elevation. Ang difference niya is 11. Ano, take note, 11. Then dito, yung sa RTK na prinocess natin sa Civil 3D, hindi nyo rin lang makikita dito. Pero chinek ko dun sa Civil 3D sa AutoCAD. Dito sa area to is 99.6. And dito rin yon sa bandang to, 88.6 yung naging ano to, yung elevation. Ang difference in elevation din is 11 meters. Then halos parehas talaga yung result na masasabi kong parehas. And makikita nyo naman, i-compare nyo yung itsura ng couple lines, almost the same. Then the 3D model from Agisoft with contour lines. And this one also. Pag ni-rotate mo in 3D model, ito yung markers natin, yung GCP. Then ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, na very steep. Na hindi kayang lakarin. Then ito yung river. Kita naman. Then dito, yung contour lines, this vegetated area. Diretso, hindi katulad nung nandun sa project number 2. Sinasabi ko yung contour lines, ginawa niya ng contour yung mga trees. Okay, drone survey requirements. Surveying equipment, RTK survey instrument, drone, cellphone applications na kailangan natin, UAV forecast, DJI Go, X4D capture. Then sa laptop software, Agisoft Metashape Professional, AutoCAD Civil 3D 2019, Quantum GIS. Sa UAV forecast, maganda rin to bago kayo mag-umpisa dahil it identifies area of no-fly zone, weather condition of your location. Dito makikita natin sa ito yung UAV forecast na dito sa Naga. Okay, yan may weather, the temperature, wind direction. Okay. Possible precipitation problem. Yan, 51%. That's why nagbigay siya ng advice na no good to fly. Cloud cover, visibility, yan, satellites. Then dito may note yung UAV forecast. Airport nearby. Makikita na natin dito. Pag clinic mo tong map, ito lalabas. Ito yung area ng airport. Okay. Pero according dito sa color coding, medium airport. No. Siguro dito, pag blue, may nakalagay dyan, NOTAM. Kailangan mong kumuha ng NOTAM, yung Notice to Airmen. Okay, DJI Go, pre-flight calibration. Then, labas ka sa DJI Go, punta ka sa X4D capture. Dito tayo nagsaset ng flight plan. Usually double grid ang ginagamit ko, yung mission. Then, lipad ka na yan, yung drone. Then, after sa fieldworks, punta ka sa office, then process mo yung nakuha mong data. Ako sa Agisoft Metashape Professional. Ito yung flow, open mo siya. Punta ka dito sa workflow. Then add the folder na galing dun sa drone. Usually, ang file name niyan is 100 media. Then ito yung pasunod-sunod. Pwede mo naman tong isa-isa na pag-process mo, isa-isa. Pero pwede mong ipasok dito sa batch process. Pagpasok mo sa batch process, ipasok mo yung mga gusto mong gawin. Align photos, optimize alignment, build dense cloud, colorize dense, classify points, build mesh, build texture, build DEM, then build orthomosaic. Pwede rin na kung ang purpose mo lang is magkaroon ka lang ng orthomosaic or orthophoto, parang top view lang, makikita mo. From aligning photos, diretso ka na sa build DEM, then build orthomosaic. May output ka na orthophoto. No. Pero kung gusto mo ng 3D, you have to follow itong Sunod-sunod niya. Dito sa optimized alignment, kailangan mo dyan yung GCP na para makapag-optimize ka. Then, ang importante ditong isa, dito sa classify points, build mo ng lens, black and white yan, then colorize mo. Colorize niya yan, according din dun sa color, dun sa photo, then ika-classify yung points. Kung vegetation, kung ground, buildings, roads, then other man-made objects, etc. Then, pwede mong i-off. Before na mag-build DEM ka, pwede mong i-off yung, let's say, yung vegetation, ayaw mo siya magkaroon ng contour lines, katulad nun, i-omit niya yung vegetation, katulad nung nandun sa project number 2 na pinakita ko na ginawa niya ng contour yung mga trees na hindi naman natin kailangan. Ang naging result, pag tinanggal mo yung vegetation, yung number 4, yung sa topo number 4, makikita mo diretso na yung contour lines. Hindi niya sinama yung vegetation, then yung buildings, for example. And benefits of drones. Reconnaissance and collection of data can be done at the same time, can get almost all of the relevant features of the subject lot being surveyed, can easily explain the survey result because of actual photos or the resulting orthophoto of the drone survey, can view the surveyed lot in 3D, allows verification of some relevant features that are needed as you go along with the design. A larger view can easily extend the survey to adjoining lots as needed in your design. Very fast in collecting the data and more detail. Very fast in obtaining results of the survey, maybe because of the aid of softwares also. Saves time in returning the project site because of omitted relevant data in your design. Less expensive and significant manpower reduction. Can superimpose your surveys in the orthophoto of your drone survey. Can survey inaccessible areas, katulad dun sa project number 4, yung very steep areas na hindi kayang i-RTK, nakunan mo siya ng data. Drawbacks of the drones, it is difficult to get the exact elevation of the lot if it is forested or heavily vegetated. The possibility of losing the drone. Let's say nag-fly away yung drone mo. Intervention of other people in your drone. Let's say binaril yung drone mo. Limited flying time of the drone. 30 minutes per battery yung drone ko. Then bigger investment. Drone itself, the laptop, and licensed software. My insights in flying drones, we must be responsible enough, know your limits, respect the privacy of others. Do not abuse the use of it. Very high potential in surveying and mapping, especially in GIS. Okay, that's the end of my presentation. Just mabalos.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Florin, for that presentation. We're happy to know that maraming gamit po yung drones ninyo sa inyong field of work. May mga questions po dito sa inyo, but we'll tackle them later on. So we'll now proceed to our second speaker, Mr. Loubert. Ayun, Sir Loubert, I will just share your presentation, and then you'll do the talking.
Okay, thank you.
Hang on.
Okay, good morning.
Yep.
Morning, everyone. I'm Loubert, by the way. Colleague ko sila, Angela and Ma'am Rhea, sila both. So I've been working sa FEF for the past 8 years. So tagal-tagal na rin. So ito, I'm here to present a special project ng Cebu City Government. Next slide, please. G. So it's a Project Universal Building Inspection. So basically, it's a special project na inassign ng Mayor of Cebu City that time, Tommy Osmeña. So my outline focuses on introduction, drone application in work, the activities conducted, our output, and the benefits of having a drone, insights and recommendation. So as I've said kanina, the project was triggered, yung special project was triggered because of complaints na re-receive ng mayor. And Mayor Tommy Osmeña is focused on service improvement management palagi. So yung mga complaints is mostly sa building permit requirements, the processes, yung inspection. So yung mga reasons is yung limited ang personnel, kulang ng resources, and the lack of a systematic approach to universal enforcement. So medyo sporadic yung approach nila. Kung sino lang nagreklamo, dun sa nagre-response. So basically, it's an aid. Yung idea namin, sa next slide, G. Ito yung data ng information nila. Office of the Building Official. It's under the engineering office. So it's handling mga permits na mga building permits. So basically, ito lang yung info na nasa data nila. OBOIS was established mga 2010. So we did this special project 2019, last year, mga early first quarter of the year. So andyan yung name of applicant number, date of application, location, key number, contact number, permit fee, occupancy type, residential or commercial. So basically, basic lang yung yung info na nandun sa OBOIS. So yung query namin, next slide, G. The identification of buildings with release or pending building permits would reveal buildings that do not have building permits. Then special clustering of buildings without building permits could be used to prioritize inspection. So basically, it's an aid lang sana dun sa OBOIS na existing na. So we wanted, kasi bumili si Mayor nun during that time ng personal drone niya. And di kami maka-request ng additional drones unless ma-prove namin sa kanya and sa city government na ano yung mga capabilities ng drone. So when the special project dumating na na-assign sa one of the members ng Mayor's management team, me and Mr. Rena Sanapo did this query na why use drone para magpalipad, magkumuha ng orthophoto, and mag-digitize ng mga building footprints. So next slide. What we did during the time na nag-prepare na kami, ito yung namin na requirements namin is mag-example ng isang barangay na maliit lang na kaya namin tapusin within 3 to 4 months yung project. Kasi we want to show Tommy Osmeña during that time na yung maximum use ng drone. Hindi lang siya for picture, hindi lang siya for palipad-lipad, yung mga events. Kasi yun yung common na yung nakikita ng mga tao sa drone. So we tested this on Barangay Zapatera. It's a small urban barangay with a good mix of residential and commercial buildings. So maganda siya as example kasi yun nga, congested, tapos maliit lang. Madali lang kayo matapos. So it took us 3 months. Why 3 months, hindi days? Kasi may mga routinary work yung kasamaan ko. So we have to consider yung weather condition. Tapos yung transpo namin kasi LGU, we don't necessarily na pag nag-request kami andun kaagad. So took us 3 months. So mga 3 months for the whole duration. Pero yung fly ng drone is around 1 month and 2 weeks. So yung 3 months is special project na yun, the whole project duration na yun. So 30 hectare lang yung Barangay Zapatera, and di-divide namin sa 6 sections para madali lang yung pag-process. Again, yung processing namin, next slide G. Yung processing namin kasi Hindi yung gaya ni Sir kanina na mayroon talaga siya bumili talaga siya. Sa amin is personal yung drone. Tapos yung drone deploy lang gamit namin. So online. So nag-aano kami after fly, pina-process lang sa drone deploy, sinasubmit namin yung mga kuha namin. Tapos ito, 6 to 7 scheduled flights yung nangyari in total. Tapos average of 3 flights per day based sa 3 batteries na available namin. And elevation is around 60 to 70 meters. It's a congested, tapos malalaking building, so we have to consider yung elevation niya. Tapos yung batteries naman, kasi we are using Mavic Zoom. Maliit na drone to. So, yun nga, yung sinasabi ni Sir kanina, you have to consider yung wind, yung environment, yung weather, how much more yung zoom. Pero it's capable pa rin. Naka-produce siya yung sa picture, nakita niyo sa picture. Yan yung the whole barangay Zapatera. Yun yung na-produce na building footprints. So, all in all, yung experience yung everyday experience namin dito is a learning curve for us, especially kung during the time I was training 2 mayor's management team to parang tinutulungan sila how to manage the drone, how to do flight planning, mga by section. We did all of that before kami nagpunta ng field. So, kaya 2 weeks kasi may kasamang training, hands-on training na rin. Other activities we had after fly kami ng drone is yung processing ng orthophoto using drone deploy. Tapos nag-digitize kami ng building footprints. Yung digitization, hindi po sa UBO. May office sila sa Cebu City na parang GIS. Doon ginawa. So, sinabit lang namin yung output namin. Sila na nag-process nun. Tapos yung pag-download naman sa OBIS records, yun, sa same rin yun sa isang activity rin yun, almost a month din yun. Tapos overlaying of road network maps, building footprints, section map, then linking the building footprints na ginawa ng GIS team sa OBIS records. And also, dito biglang lumaki yung project. Kasi nakita nila yung potential ng orthophoto and using drones. Yung assessors nag-ask if we could compare the data na meron sila sa yung orthophoto and the OBIS. Nag-link kami. This is after nag-present na kami nung final output namin sa digital footprint ng mga buildings. So, yung outcome namin, basically, digitization lang ng building footprints. Next slide, G. So, we also updated the OBO information system, then overlaying of road network maps, then incorporated the data of the assessor's office yung sa barangay Zapatera lang sa section map nila. So, yung yellow is yung release building permits, and yung red, later on, ko yung result kung next slide, please. Why use drones for this special project? It's easier for us to reach yung mga mahihirap na pasukin na lugar in terms of inspection. Tapos makikita kasi nila yung systematic approach kung ano yung scheduling. So, most of the records kasi ng UBO, it's either mali yung address or di nakikita yung building. So, ito, ando na, visual na. Then, cost-effective siya. Gaya na sinabi ni Sir kanina, kasi isang image lang, nakikita mo na lahat. was better records. The image was used for planning and improving the database information system. During the 4 to 5 months na kasi lumaki kayo yung project, updated na potential siya for updating din sa current system nila, database nila. Then yung planning, interesado sila sa output. So they wanted to include this program, this project sa planning nila for the whole year. So the next yung activity sana namin doon is yung assessors. During the time, election time na yun eh. So we have to stop every project na ginagawa namin. So basically, ang na-accomplish namin sa the whole duration ng project is yung digitization ng Barangay Zapatera and yung pag-connect sa assessor's office database. So the next benefits then is yung shareability. Kasi digital image siya, yung sinasabi ko kanina na nag-ask yung planning, nag-ask yung assessor, nag-ask yung mayor's office. Madali lang namin ma-explain sa kanila. Kasi pag andun yung naka-table lang, mahirap i-explain sa mga executive yun eh. Pero pag nandun yung image, tapos may kasamang data, mas better yung interaction ng mga officials. So, easier process din siya. Kasi yun nga, nalilink mo lahat sa isang database. Yun yung future vision sana ni Mayor Tamis Manager during that time is to have one database na connected lahat. So yung part the use of drone is very crucial para ma-achieve yun. Kasi dati nagbabayad ng millions yung Cebu City just to get an aerial parang orthophoto image ng Cebu City, the whole yung urban area. So we paid few years ago, I think sobra 2 million ata or 1.5 something. So yung drawbacks naman sa drone, next slide G please. Yung sinasabi ni Sir kanina, equipment cost. So during this time, yung time na nagkanda kami nito, personal yung drone and it's not owned by the city. So parang nagpapapogi points pa lang. So ano yung mga capabilities, ano yung mga use ng drone? How do we incorporate yung drone sa mga existing system and database ng LGU? So na-achieve naman namin kasi nakita ng mga department head, ng mga councilors na ano yung drone, di lang pang picture, pang video for may activity. And licensing is required for both the drone unit and the pilot operating it. So hindi pwedeng magpalipad ka lang basta-basta without license. Kasi especially if magpapalipad ka sa urban area, kasi may mga possible cases na mangyayari dyan eh. Kasi yung environment, yung weather condition, di mo makokontrol yun eh. So you have to play safe. Tapos yung pangatlo, yung flight restrictions. Malalaking building kasi Cebu City ka, nasa center yun eh, Barangay Zapatera. So you have to conduct reconnaissance muna, measure mo yung pinakamataas na building sa kung saan section ka magpapalipad. So you have to consider yung area na papaliparan mo before doing the flight, before finalizing the flight planning. Then insights naman, the use of drones to generate orthophotos showing building footprints was necessary and very useful in providing updated and actual data. In this case, a special project namin na naging very big special project na nakita naman nila yung importance ng having a drone, especially if you are from the planning office, if you are from UBO, Office of the Building Official, and if you are from the assessor's or treasurer's office. Kasi yung idea is i-link sa isang GIS, i-click lang yung building na yon, makikita mo yung sino yung may-ari, nagbayad ba ng tax, yun yung vision ng mayor nun. Malalaman ko ilang floors, nagbayad ba, na-inspect na ba. So inspection pa lang, marami na may health, may fire, may building. So yun yung vision ng team nun. Then drones must be used thoughtfully and strategically by experts who understand both the limits and potential of the technology. Hindi pwedeng kung sino-sino lang, tapos walang training. Madali lang magpalipad ng drone, pero kung malaking area na yung i-cover niya, kahit naka-flight plan pa yan, you have to set the requirements ng anong step by step na gagawin mo. So, hindi pwede yung papalipad-lipad lang. So, during that time, kaya natagalan din yung palipad namin kasi training session din yun. Kahit ako, personally, first time ko rin yung palipad ng ganun ka sa urban area. So, I have to play safe then. Then, majority of building footprints, 936, can't be linked to OBO IS records during that time. Kasi, yun nga, yung applications maybe during that time kasi 2010 nag-start yung UBO IS. So most likely yung mga buildings is before. So yun nga, hindi pa na-update. Or possibly is yung owners ng mga buildings din nag-apply ng building permit. Ganun lang kasimple. So ito yung mga nakita namin after na-incorporate namin yung data. Next is yung city assessors database naman was not updated kasi iba yung UBO, iba yung sa assessor's office. Some lots na subdivide na sa UBO, yung sa assessors hindi pa. So, yun yung sana yung next step. Patungong mag-cleanse ng mga records na parehas yung sa planning, sa urban planning, sa assessor's office, tsaka sa UBO, Office of the Building Official. So I think yun na yun. End of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Loubert. Sir, while you were presenting, actually, Engineer Allan, Florin, and Sir Loubert, while both of you guys are presenting, ang dami ng questions dito. So let's formally begin our Q&A. May I request Sir Loubert and Engineer Allan to please kindly turn on your videos. Okay. Also, Sina Sir Volts and Ms. Rhea, if you could also turn on your videos, please. Okay, let's begin. I'll read some of the questions here. Okay, first, this question is addressed to Engineer Florin. Hi, Engineer Florin. I'm also a drone user in surveying. I noticed in one of your slides, you only have 2 GCPs. In my experience, whenever I only use 2 GCPs, nagro-rotate yung model, even the orthomosaic process. I always use at least 3. And when using GCPs, I notice pag di kalat yung GCPs, malaki na error dun sa walang GCPs. My question is, how were you able to produce accurate results and how were you able to process a good model with just 2 GCPs? Engineer, okay. Baka merong hindi nakita ng isa.
Okay. Actually, yung mga area na present ko, talagang may 2 GCP lang yun. Almost lahat yung 4 na yun, may 2 lang na GCP. Kasi yung area niya is, yung iba less than 1 hectare, then 2 hectares, hanggang 3 hectares, yung, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, yung sa 4 na yon. Yung may river, yung may steep na area, less than 1 hectare yon. Kaya kung makikita mo yung GCP ko, na 2, kung titingnan natin yung topo dun sa nagawa from the drone, halos nasa gitna siya ng area. Almost, hindi naman gitnang-gitna. Usually, yung GCP, yun yung matching point ko between the RTK and the drone survey, the RTK survey. Yung mga GCPs na yon, kinukunan ko din ng data from RTK. Then actually, yung RTK natin, ano yan eh, di ba, true north ang ano niya, true, hindi na siya magnetic. And same yung sa drone, ganun din, true din yung nagiging result. Actually, pag minamatch ko naman siya, dun sa mga ginawa ko, almost eksakto naman yung ano eh, yung points ng between the drone survey and the RTK survey. Siguro, yung pag may tanong sa doon na yung paano ko daw nalaman na dalawa lang yung GCP na dapat kong gagamitin, eh sa kanya, ang ano niya, mas maganda kung tatlo. Sa tingin ko, mas maganda nga, mas marami, mas maganda. Mas maraming GCP. And yung pag-identify kung ilang GCP ang gagamitin natin sa area na susukatin natin, sa tingin ko depende sa area. Pag malaki yung area na susukatin mo, dapat mag-establish ka ng maraming GCP. And kung pwede, ikalat mo talaga dun sa area. Kasi kung makikita natin dun sa pag-process, dun sa Agisoft, yung align photos, di ba, minamatch niya lang yung mga same points. Ano? Then dun sa optimized alignment, kailangan dun yung marker, yung GCP, yun yung marker. Doon niya ina-align sa marker mo yung mga photos. Yun yung gamit ng optimized alignment. Kaya kung malayo na yung GCP mo, then yung picture na i-align malayo, eh possible talagang malaki yung distortion na lalabas. Okay. Sana nasagot ko.
Nasagot. Okay. Thank you, sir. Next question is from Miss Sherlyn Gavino. I think this question is also addressed to Engineer Florin. You mentioned a while ago daw po that pati trees merong contour lines. Bakit nagkaganon? Dapat ground o lupa lang ang may contour lines. Thanks po.
Okay. Kung manonote natin yung drone, galing sa taas, yung mga sa point cloud, ang nakukunan niya ng data, yung mga nasa ibabaw, syempre. Nasa gilid din, nakukunan niya. Kaya pati yung trees, nagkakaroon ng parang contour lines. Kasi kung hindi mo siya tinanggal, kung hindi mo siya classify and tinanggal sa bago mo binild yung DEM, talaga i-consider niya yung object na yon. Kasi ang tingin niya doon, malamang ground pa rin yon, yung anong yon, yung trees. Ganun yun, saka yung mga buildings. Ang tingin niya doon, ground pa rin. Kasi yung surface, ang tinitingnan niya doon yung surface. Ngayon, kaya kailangan i-classify. O, ano ba to? Trees, ito ground, ito building. Yan yung purpose sa classification doon sa Agisoft. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sige, we'll jump to questions directed to Mr. Tan. Sir Loubert, how did you perform georeferencing to confirm your orthophoto is in proper orientation and of allowable error? Thanks po. This is from Mr. Jose Gavino Jr. Sir, you're on mute.
Makakasagot niya si Bolts kasi outdoor flyer lang ako eh. Hindi, ito kasi nangyari. Sa team namin, may flyer, may processor, plus yung management ng project. So, I think si Bolts yung may experience yan in terms to georeferencing ng ano.
Yeah. So, bali, ang nangyari, hindi sila gumamit ng ground control points. Ang ginamit niya na yung built-in GPS ng Mavic 2. So, yun yung ginamit niya na pang georeference. So, bali, mangyayari dito, hindi siya ganun yung absolute position niya, hindi siya ganun kasakto. Pero for their use, okay na siya. Ang more fun kasi sa GIS nila, kailangan lang indicative location ng mga building footprints. Kaya yun, for the purpose, pwedeng hindi sila gumamit ng GCPs.
Okay. Thank you. Next, Sir, Engineer Florin, maraming tanong po sa inyo dito. Yung next question is from Mr. Joel Navarrete. Accurate po ba ang drone sa pagkuha ng volume kahit maraming vegetation sa area or may software na gagamit para i-less ang vegetation?
Kung makikita mo dun sa ginawa ko, pinakita ko na, yun nga, yung classify mo, yung vegetation, then dun sa pag-process mo ng DEM, tinanggal ko yung vegetation para ang lumabas yung ground lang. Pero hanggang ngayon pinag-aaralan ko pa rin eh. Kino-compare ko lagi pag magtotopo ako ng isang area, lagi kong pinapaliparan ko ng drone, then ina-RTK ko yung topo. Lagi pinag-aaralan ko kung gaano kalaki yung difference ng dalawa. Kaya yung GCP na nilalagay ko, usually dapat dun sa permanent. No, na pwede ko siyang balikan. Kasi yun na yung ano ko eh. Yun na rin yung control points ko dun sa ano pag magle-layout ako halimbawa. Yun na rin yun. So, hindi ko pa hindi ko pa masabi. Pero dun sa yun nga yung pinakita ko kanina yung sa project number 4. Magkaiba kasi yung elevation ng sa drone, depende sa flying height mo, dun sa kumukuha. Hindi ko lang pwede rin siguro i-set yun yung elevation. Then ikaw naman pag RTK, nag-a-assume ka ng elevation, let's say 100. Kaya kung makikita mo yung elevation ko doon, magkaiba, pero ang kinuha ko yung difference in elevation para ma-compare ko yung dalawa. Ano? And the same naman siya. Almost the same naman. 11 yung difference eh. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Sir, may pahabol pong question dito. Yung napoproduce, eto si Mr. Manalangsang, yung napoproduce niya daw po na topo map from drone is based on DSM. So, nasasama sa contours yung treetops and structures. How were you able daw po to produce smooth contours? Is that where you're supposed to classify first the point cloud? Paano po yung grassy area? Kung mataas yung grass, di din accurate yung elevations mo.
Okay, tama. Doon sa classifying points. After niya ma-colorize, ika-classify niya yung points. Kung ground nga siya, kung heavy vegetation, then kung buildings, doon. Pag na-classify mo na, depende doon sa colors. Kinukuha niya naman yung colors doon sa photos. Then, before mag-build ka ng DEM, pwede mo siyang tanggalin. Yan, check mo yung na hindi niya i-consider yon. Kung yung trees naman, in between trees, meron naman ground, yun ang maiiwan yung ground. Yun ang kukunan niya ng elevation. Yun ang ganon.
Thank you, sir. Sir, may dalawa pang questions po sa inyo dito. The other one is, if gumamit na daw po kayo ng Phantom 4 RTK on some of your survey works, and ano daw po yung comment or feedback niyo, sir? Kung nakagamit na po kayo ng Phantom 4 with RTK.
Hindi pa ako nakagamit ng Phantom 4 with RTK. Ang ginagamit kong drone is Phantom 3 Advanced and Phantom 4 Standard. Hindi pa ako nakagamit with RTK.
Si Vols.
Sir Vols, have you used Phantom 4 RTK? Sir, are you on mute?
So nakita pa lang, so yung nag-demo dati sa Cebu.
Yes.
Saka yung sa UP na sa UP na yung study. So depende sa kung maganda yung signal ng RTK, yung between nung drone tsaka nung base tsaka nung ng controller. Medyo maganda naman kung check mo sa yung report galing from Hagisoft. So parang nasa CM level din. Pero pag mayroon din kasi time na nung nagpalipad sa UP, may time na naglo-lost ng signal. So lumalabas, malayo rin yung results. Malaki din, nasa meters din.
So nagmamatter yung signal.
Yes, tingin ko nagmamatter yung signal din dapat. Tsaka yung settings din nung yung setting nung base. Siguro. Yun yung tingin ko naging din. Naging...
Mas maganda pa rin, Vols, na marami pa rin, may GCPs pa rin doon. At least 3.
Siguro yung GCP is more for ano siya. Pwede ka ang sasabi naman nila sa Phantom for RTK, hindi man niya totally mawawala yung paglagay ng GCPs, mababawasan lang. So tingin ko, yung GCP is more yung pan-check din. Kasi di ba, usually RTK wala kang pan-check eh. So yun yung magandang maglagay ka ng at least isa, dalawa. So para ma-check mo lang kung yung mga data, yung kuha, kung maganda ba siya o hindi.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, next question po. I think Sir Vols can also answer this one because we use Agisoft. Just want to ask, how accurate is the auto-classification feature of Agisoft software? Or do you do manual classification?
Regarding sa classification, wala pa rin akong dyan. Hindi ko pa sinubukan
Manual.
Mag-manual.
How about you po?
Sir
Florin?
Okay, hindi pa rin ako nag-manual dyan. Kasi after na ma-colorize, yung pag-classify, depende doon sa colors na kinuha niya doon sa picture. Doon niya kina-classify yung points.
Okay. Another question in connection to that. Anong software po ginamit para sa classification ng cloud points po?
And then, Agisoft din.
Agisoft din.
Kaya kasama siya sa process.
The process. Okay. Oh, another question, Engineer Florin. Question number 1. 11 meters of elevation difference seems a lot. Wouldn't we then say that we still can't do without the conventional ways? And then the question 2 is, the area convergence of projects presented appear not too big. How was using drones still considered comparatively economical or justifiably feasible? Mabalos.
Wala din.
Ang dami hakot na attendees na. Bicol, ayun.
Okay. Kung mapapatunayan kong almost the same talaga yung kumbaga sa planning kasi hindi naman masyadong kailangan na accurate yung mga topo. Para sa akin, kung mapapatunayan kung reliable na sa akin yung result ng drone, dahil nga kino-compare ko siya ngayon, pinag-aaralan ko. Mas madali yung drone kaysa nung mag-RTK ako sa topo. Yung kasing sample number 4, malaki talaga yung slope nun, yung area yon. Kaya nainganyo akong gamitin, i-compare yung dalawa. Kaya yun din yung prinesan ko sa inyo. Dami ko ng tinopo na ginamitan ko rin ng drone, pero yun yung pinakamaganda na gawin kong example dito sa webinar na to. Kasi doon marami akong pwedeng i-compare na ipakita between the two results ng topo. Yan.
Ano sir yung usual na difference ng elevation pag kino-compare mo? Pag small areas?
Yun nga, yung difference in elevation talaga ng points na yon, yung 2 points na kinuha ko, yung pinakita ko kanina. 11 meters doon ang difference niya ng 2 points. Sa RTK. Then, nung tingnan ko rin, same points, almost the same points doon sa sa drone topo, 11 meters din yung difference nung 2 point. Kaya nagkaroon ako ng conclusion na parehas talaga yung topo.
Hindi naman siya yung pala.
Hindi 11 yung
accuracy. Yung
yun. Malaki yun.
Akala ko naman. Oo, yung diferensya na pinag-compare.
Diferensya. Yun ang kino-compare ko yung difference kasi
ng 2 points. Akala ko naman.
Hindi yung kasi magkaiba nga yung yung assumption ng elevation.
Yeah.
Sa RTK is 100 meters yung assumption, dito naman sa is 50 meters yung assumption sa sa drone.
Yung pagka-frame lang kasi ng question, parang akala ko tuloy accuracy. Okay.
Okay po. Next question. This is addressed to all of us here. Which is better daw po, Agisoft or Pix4D? We are currently using Pix4D po at bago lang po sa drone surveying. Ano pong masasabi ninyo sa mga nakagamit na ng tools?
Karamihan dito, Agisoft kayo, no? Sa akin kasi,
Yes.
it depends kasi depende rin sa resources mo. Mas mahal yung Pix 4D compared kay Agisoft eh. So karamihan parang they go for Agisoft para at least 'di ba yung cost niya hindi kagaya nung sa Pix 4D.
Yeah.
So may nagpi-Pix 4D ba? Alam ko UP ang nagpi-Pix 4D.
Yeah.
Pero
Sure.
ba nagkaroon ng comparison before yung pre-process mo sa Agisoft tsaka pre-process nila sa Pix 4D?
As pareho naman yung results naman. Ang difference na kasi yung user experience. So, kung titignan mo yung interface, mas parang comparison lang niya parang iOS tsaka Android. Ganun siya. So, yung si iOS si Pix 4D.
Yeah, mas mataas.
Yan, si Android tsaka si Agisoft. Ganun yung parang niya. Mas madali siyang gamitin. Yeah. Kung napansin ko doon, mas malaki yung file size na output ng orthophoto, TIFF file ng Agisoft compared kay Pix 4D. Tapos, isa pa, ngayon, mas mabilis mag-process si Agisoft. Ginagamit niya rin kasi yung mas ginagamit niya yung, lalo na kung nakaano ka, yung video card na ginagamit mo is yung pan 3D, yung pang gaming na video card. Na-utilize kasi ni Agisoft yun. So, malaki yung difference niya na sa processing time compared to Pix 4D. So, kasi Pix 4D, more of more of CPU yung kailangan niya para ipaprocess. Kaya ganun.
Also, there are also mga open source na software na ganda rin siguro i-compare natin kung ano yung experience. We weren't just able to do that kasi medyo fast-paced yung project namin. Pero it would also be good para at least, di ba, para doon sa mga less ang resources, then they can also try the open source.
Yung anong nagtetest pa lang.
Yeah, maraming naman gumagamit ngayon nun, especially mga like yung grupo ng OSM. So siguro one of them will be also presenting here. So at least medyo magkakaroon tayo ng glimpse on the use of open source din.
Okay, thank you. Next question to all. We use PPK-enabled drone, but of course, it uses WGS84 coordinates. Is it still reliable to use Agisoft to convert coordinates to PRS92, or should I still use GCPs so we can convert the finished product to local coordinates?
Yes, reliable naman siya. So pwede mo siya convert eh. Kahit naman si Agis, pwede mo i-convert yung WGS84 mo to PRS92 or nung ano ba yun?
Sorry, it's in the Sorry.
Wala. Ayun, ng PRS92 or kung ano pa yung ginagamit mong coordinates. Kaya naman. So kahit naman sa kung gumagamit ka ng yung JS software, ma-convert niya rin naman.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's break first sa mga technicalities ng drone. May tanong po dito. Good day. Ask ko lang po if may idea po kayo if tuloy pa rin ang CAAP para dun sa drone pilot licensing po.
We had a representative from CAAP in season 1, so episode 3, no? At natanong yan. I think they suspended, no? Currently suspended yung licensing dahil nga doon sa mobility issue and yun yung quarantine situation natin ngayon.
Lalo na ngayon, yeah.
Yeah, MECQ ang Manila. So mahirap paglalabas ka pati ng Manila, ang mga LGUs ayaw na basta-basta ka papasok, kailangan mo mag-quarantine for 14 days. So ayaw nila ng mga taga Manila ngayon.
Yeah. For me naman, we're going to have a guest speaker on August 20 to talk about drone licensing by CAAP. His name is Mr. Jory Montelibano. He has done a lot of he has been assisting several groups and LGUs on how to be a licensed drone pilot. So, watch out for that po and yung mga tanong nyo regarding on licensing certificates, operator certificates, pwede pong masagot doon sa webinar na yung August 20.
Next week ba yun? O next
Next week po.
Next.
Okay. Next question to everybody. We're new in UAV services and currently we're using PPK drone for survey. And since naka-PPK po kami, no need for GCPs na daw po as per the supplier. What can you advise in regard to this matter po? Good question.
Balls.
Naka-PPK na daw sila. Kailangan pa daw ba ng GCPs or not?
Siguro kahit yung mga first few flights, at least matest nyo man lang. Na siguro maglagay ka para ma-compare. Pwede ka naman maglagay ng ng siguro GCPs, tapos compare mo na lang yung output ng orthophoto versus yung ground control point na ma-generate nyo. Pwede yung ganun
Kasi even yung mga parang matagal nang gumagamit ng drones, na gumamit din ng mga PPK, they always say na mas maganda pa rin na maglagay ng GCPs. Minimal na lang.
Yeah, tsaka depende rin sa yan. Depende nga kung ano yung requirements nung project. But yung accuracy na requirements. Yun
For planning purposes lang naman, hindi naman kailangan yung sobrang accurate. So, may mga pwedeng i-forgo na.
Okay, last question here. So I think sa ating lahat din ito. Sir, have you tried using other drone processing software aside from Agisoft? For example, 3D Survey, Pix4D Mapper, 3D Reshaper for ground extraction, Global Mapper for cloud classification, etc. So apart from Agisoft daw po, have you tried any other drone processing softwares? Kayo, Engineer Florin.
Okay. Sa akin, personally, hindi ko pa inabot. Yan. Ang gino-compare ko pa lang yung sa drone survey na na-process ng Agisoft to RTK. Na process din ng Civil 3D sa Topo. Yun ang kino-compare ko. Pero hindi ko pa trinay na i-compare yung pag-process ng drone data from Agisoft to other software.
Although pag training, di ba sir, yung ginagamit Pix4D?
Pix4D, tama. Oh, pero yung personal na kasi kailangan kong i-compare pag-aralan talaga yung result nung katulad ng ginagawa ni Sir Volt. Pinag-aaralan yung result, yung katulad nung sa kung gaano kalaki yung makukuha mong TIFF. Yun. Hindi ko pa na-try yung mga ganyan.
So we actually appreciate yung mga kagaya nyo, Engineer Florin, si Volts din, at yung ibang mga GEs na really taking time to study yung diferensya ng drone survey dun sa usual natin na ginagawa na ground survey. In that way kasi marami talaga tayong matututunan. So for those din na parang meron pang questions on their mind, they can also do what you do. Kasi syempre, in a way, doon tayo sa pwedeng makatulong sa atin. If it won't help, if economically hindi naman siya feasible, then we just do it the way we do it. Yung parang status quo lang. Pero if it adds value, then yun. At least, di ba, napag-aralan nyo? And, ayun, it really helps.
Okay, thank you. Wala na pong question dito sa Q&A. So, if you have other questions like later on today or tomorrow, please don't hesitate to reach us sa Facebook page ng Technology for Property Rights. Active naman po kami. We will reply as soon as we can. And with that, I'm officially closing the Q&A forum. We're now reaching the end of this webinar. I would like to remind everyone to please answer the feedback form. The link is found in the chat box. I just put it, kalalagay ko lang po. Also, dito rin po kami mag-base kung sino yung bibigyan namin ng certificates. And for the certificates, we'll be giving them within the next week. as along with the presentations of of our speakers. Also, we'll be having our next webinar again on August 13, 10 a.m. Thursday. For this session, we'll be inviting two women who have been into drones for the past few years. Yung isa po ay galing sa isang municipal assessor from Cordova, Cebu.
Planning officer.
Planning officer sa Cordova, Cebu, si Ma'am Lily Ator. Ginamit nila yung drones for comprehensive land use planning there in Cordova. And the other one is Miss Lei Lunas of the OpenStreetMap Philippines. These guys have been using open source softwares for their mapping and planning. Also, this webinar will be uploaded in the Facebook page of TPR and the FAF's YouTube channel. Again, thank you very much to our speakers, Engineer Florin and Mr. Loubert, to the rest of our panelists, and most especially to you attendees for joining us in today's webinar. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead, and please, kung di kailangan lumabas ng bahay, huwag lumabas. Thank you very much and goodbye. Diyos mabalos po sa Indagabos.
Bye.
Salamat. Hello kay
Bye. Thank you.
Sorsogon City.